Power Rangers has several issues, but I believe this one big issue we're going to talk about today is a major reason why we don't have a new show next year. Let's talk about it, break it down, listen to the fans, hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake one.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fan Club. It is your boy Dan Brosnan in the building. We are so happy to have you in this video. We are going to break down a major issue with Power Rangers. Now, this isn't the tell-all, be-all type situation where this is the main problem, and if you fix this, everything is going to be better. But I do think that this is a major issue with Power Rangers moving forward, and that is the identity of the brand. So I, a few days ago, talked about this, but really we're going to jump more into it. The biggest issue in my mind with Power Rangers is its identity, and what I mean by that is back in the day, Power Rangers was the #1 show in the early 90s to even the mid 90s. Even in the early 2000s with like Time Force and Wild Force, it was doing decent. And you have to look at their audience, all right? All of those kids are now adults, our age. A lot of the kids that grew up on the Disney and Nickelodeon eras, they're in their mid to early 20s, correct? And Power Rangers has never fully committed to giving us a show for us, for the fans that actually have the money, all right? It seems like DC, Marvel, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, every single other brand that was big 20, 30 years ago found a way to bring that fan base back, okay? That is a huge issue, but it just doesn't stop there with our identity. So we have no identity with the adults, and we don't have a real identity with the children, with the youth today. You have to think about it, right? This show that was a hit in the 90s, early 2000s, they're still making that formula of a show up until last year? And kids just weren't caring about it. They just weren't watching it like they used to. It seemed like every time I saw a group of 20, 30 kids, a few of them would know about Power Rangers. But back in the day when I was a kid, every single kid not only knew what Power Rangers, but could tell you what time it was on and could probably name a few different Rangers, could tell you their favorite Power Ranger. I'm not saying it has to be like that, but we have an identity crisis with a show that they created for the past 10 years of its Beast Morphers, Ninja Steel, Dino Fury, where it's not really for the adults, but the kids don't really mess with it like that because it's an old formula that doesn't really hit like it used to for the youth. I think that if you're going to make something for the kids, you target that audience and make something that they will actually like and appreciate. A lot of these shows out now are CGI or have different forms of storytelling, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think doing the same thing over and over again is pure insanity. I also think that you have this giant fan base of millions of people that grew up watching it and they kind of stopped. But why? Because as they grew up, the show never followed them. So I think there's two things that need to be done for our identity. Understand and figure out if you want to get the adults back because they have the money, what are you going to do that, right? And then figure out if we're going to still make kids content, how can we reinvent Power Rangers in a way where it's a different kind of show? I've always said they need to find their Teen Titans Go like thing. It's a show that's newer and for kids. Now, I know by now Teen Titans Go is like 10 years old, but when it came out, it was new, it was fresh, and it was funny. And a lot of the adults that grew up as kids watching Teen Titans hated it. but kids loved it so much. It's got 10 seasons, a movie, a lot of merchandise sales. They need to find that new wave. And the biggest problem with Power Rangers, I believe, is its identity. Now, there are a lot of other problems. We can talk about Hasbro. We can talk about the quality control when Hasbro was making the toys. We can talk about the shows themselves, but I just don't think that there is a full identity on what they want to do right now. That's why you're not getting anything, because they need to figure out, are we going to make something adults? Are they going to make something for kids? Even though I loved Once and Always, I really liked Cosmic Fury, they didn't fully hit because they were right in that middle. They weren't a full kids show on what kids really like today, and they weren't a full like PG-13 action movie that we would really like as adults, right? They're trying too hard to get both sides into this, and it's just not working. I think the best idea would be to come out with two shows. Come out with a Transformer inspired like CGI Power Ranger show. I think that would just be awesome. An animated Power Ranger show would do wonders. And I think if you created it with what the new gen likes, make it like a Spidey and His Amazing Friends off Disney, or make it like a PJ Masks Paw Patrol, I think that would be a big hit with kids, and you could feature so many past Rangers. Then with the adults, you gotta give us something, man. I'm telling you, we will spend money on Power Rangers if you give us something good, something that we like. I mean, I talked about in one of our last videos, if you can just get 25 to 30% of the mainstream audience to check out your project, you're going to do decent, because millions of Power Ranger fans will come in to run up the numbers. It is shown, but there has to be some type of identity. There are a lot of other problems, and I would love to hear from you guys what you think Hasbro and Power Rangers' biggest problems are right now. I think at the top of the list has to be this identity crisis. We don't know what we're really doing anymore. I also watched a video by Heirloom, great dude, by the way, go check out his content. He was talking about how Hasbro picked up all of these IPs and characters from like Power Rangers to Beetleborgs, VR Troopers, Mystic Knights, like all those, and they barely use them. They barely get into it. I know VR Troopers just made a comic appearance, but you have all of this stuff and you're not willing to do anything with it. I think it would make a lot of sense to do the two show mentality, but make them so different that they don't even seem like they're together at all. Like Power Rangers got its own animated show for this set of people, and then we've got an adult show, live action or whatever you want to do for this set of people. That would be cool. I'm not going to lie. I would also not be against like a TV-14 animated show, even though live action would be pretty cool, but what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Let me know in the comments. Shout out all the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make stuff like this. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Anime King Nick, Louis Cairns, Papillon Purple, Thomas Franco, and Troy Lyon. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name.
We also have the Quantum Ranger power-up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K Power Up, that is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the Fan Club to say something funny.